Hello from the bomb site. No, literally my fleece there for when it's cold in here at night. Not often these days. And the box and the bubble wrap. Well, that's what we're here to talk about. So, yes, a little break for me from the whole LNER Great Western. What do I do for my British layout? Well, actually, there has been a sort of decision there, but sort of, pretty much there. But anyway, I've had the offending parcel arrive. Excuse me, which is really victim blaming because the parcel's much of a victim. Excuse me, the victim as anyone. This is the one that should have been two separate ones that started the whole thing with Hobby Search that we talked about. But anyway, it's here. I've just opened it while I was chatting to Anthony. And I thought, you know what? Let's springboard off the back of that chat and I'll launch straight into just showing you the items at this point. What I would do is I would do a running session with each one in use as a separate video in the future. Okay, so first up, it's Kato, and we have a set of crows. See there? Engaged crows. These, for those who know Demon Slayer, I must apologise, I need a haircut. For those who know Demon Slayer, crows are the main type of bird. I believe they're crows anyway. The main type of bird to basically the messengers amongst many other things within the realm. They're part of it's a Demon Slayer reference for me. It's to go with the three I've got there, the characters I've got there, and then I'll put some around about so there's more going on. But yes, so that. Now in that parcel was the very special item I'd mentioned in a few videos ago. Anyway. The full train of this was released by both Tomix and Kato as a limited edition, but by both. It now fetches £600 plus. I wish I was joking. So when Tomix announced their first car museum series was going to include this and release it, I had to have it. And that is the Evangelion Shinkansen 500 series Shinkansen. Now, this has, if you'll see just under the front bogey there, there's like a bit sticking down. You can see it wouldn't be able to sit, run basically, that would drag along the sleepers, and that's to stop it rolling because it comes with a piece of track in there, so you'll be able to set it up. And there is even a like a set thing there you can see that lets you put the lights on. Now, I did think about getting two of these to go on to go either end, because I have a Tomix 500 series. But I do just the one, and it can run with that. So yes, it should have a full train, all this paint scheme down the whole train length, but it's better than nothing at all. So that was very cool. All right, in the next parcel that came, these are part of the Kato anniversary items for so many years of them making Engage. I've forgotten what the anniversary is now. Is it 60 years? I think it's 60 years of them making Engage trains. Should really know that, shouldn't I? Should really know that. And that's some re-releases but modern re-releases of some of those original items. So I've got two sets of the tankers of 4 and one brake van, one caboose, and that will make a nice little train. And I thought, so I run it behind the 50th anniversary steam engine and make a nice little consist there. So I've had all these things, and if you've seen videos of me sat here, they've been behind me the whole time. No one's mentioned them, no one's seen them, I don't think. But anyway, what do we have next? We have the next parcel, in which came some figures. They're in kimonos, and a big big set here is same parcel of different other figures, including a Shrine Maiden to be Hinako, my fox, half human. Yeah, message coming out is the Shrine Maiden will be in place. So yes, so that's parcel number 3. So we get on to today's one. Now, there's a big one, we'll save that till last. Finally, to go with the 2 chassis that are here, finally here to join those are the 2 trams, or streetcars if you're across the Atlantic from myself. But yes, 2 trams, so these are very much like the one where I had to put the motorised chassis under it. If you remember the EMU where it was 2 different EMUs brought together to make one new one, and one so the coach is different legs. Same principle with this. So basically, take them off these chassis and I'll put those ones underneath. There'll be no working lights in them, as with that they could be added later. And yeah, just 2 different running numbers, and those are the Hiroshima. Can't remember. It might be the Hiroshima Bus Company or something like that, but they operate the trams as well. But yeah, so yeah, they're not the famous trams from Hiroshima, by the way. They're not the famous ones that are running not long after the bomb. Well, it was the next day or something like that after the bomb went off. But yes, and then we've got this one. This is a Kumoha 40 of JNR. And this has a semi-streamlined nose to it, so we're going to get it out. It is motorised, it's a single car EMU. See that slight curved nose. Counts as semi-streamlined. That's rather a nice thing. Again, in the JNR grape livery, so it could be seen as drab by some, but yeah, it's the colour they were. But yeah, that's quite nice. Nice amount of weight to it in that. Look quite nice going around this layout. So yeah, very, very pleased with that. It's nice to be feeling back in the headspace at all, really, to make this sort of video. And just want to reiterate, there's been some very well-meaning, concerned people, not necessarily on YouTube, but just, you know, who may have watched this video and then commented to me afterwards about things and that. You know, there's no danger of any of this going anywhere. I'm not cross with Japan. We're not against the railways. I'm doing a lot of British content, yes, because that's my new project at the minute. This project is done. It's done. When I say that's a finished railway, and it's not finished. There are bits I want to do to it still. I need to get hold of, but for now, I'm done with that project. I will come back and do those bits. I've got a list of what I want to do, and I might even change some of that by the time I get to it. But for now, I can just run trains and enjoy it, and that's where I am. But no, I realise it comes from a good place, and based off, in some cases, past record, where I do sell things, but these are always safe. As I said before, the only things not safe are the Milka bars. They're on there. There's 2. You can just see 2 more there. My gifts from Berlin, from my my family's trip there recently. And yeah, and the thought about doing UK layouts, UK trains, has been, well, was it 2 weeks before any of this kicked off? At least 2 weeks, if not slightly longer, because yeah, it's a lack of steam coming out. And I will admit, the things that are interesting me and entertaining me more are the units. It's very rare I'll keep Steam on there these days. I'll tend to run it, do a video, I'll run it for a bit when I get a real Steam hankering, and then I'll put a unit back on again. So it's obviously where that collection is becoming for me. This collection is mostly units. And speaking of which, we have Atomics unit. And this is the 72-73. And what I like is from the Omi line. What I like is this is a high grade series. I've never come across that before. the Advanced Model Railways high grade series. So it's obviously something that's meant to be a cut above the normal quality or running capability or something of the Tomix range. Now, I'm very much a Kato fanboy. I will openly admit this. I think Kato overall do give you a better quality product. Tomix are very good. They are very good. I think Kato is just, for the fact that Tomix engines can be very, very noisy, not as reliable all the time. But take the Twilight Express though, what that comes with bass, yeah, that really blew me away. Just how many lights inside and things, and the vase of flowers on the piano famously inside there, which you can't see when it's going along really, unless you're really looking for it, and at eye level. But you know, it's all in there. But yes, it'll be interesting to see how this one runs comparatively, or whether it shatters all those impressions that I have based on my experiences so far. So this is a 4-car EMU. Let's say from the Omi line, gives you the route there as well. It's a beautiful graphic they've included here. Not so much of a streamlined nose to that one, very much a flat one, but yeah, this is a full fat model as opposed to the one I had built with no lights. It's going to be nice having something like this with the lights in it. See if I can find the pantograph colour for you. There it is. There's the pantograph. Looks like it uses, yeah, it does use Scharfenberg couplings. It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, as you'd expect from Japanese model railways. They never let me down on the detail. There's a big detail pack included, actually 2 detail packs. Oh, 3. There must be destination signs and things there. Of course, it will tell me all about this in the old instruction sheet, but it's far more fun just to try and guess, isn't it? So, yes, so there we are. So that's now all the parcels that I was expecting from Japan. That is, I was going to say the end, and it's going to make people go, oh, you're stopping doing it, I knew it. No, it's the end of the ones I was expecting. So obviously, yes, like I say, next up there will be, well, in the near future, there will be a running session video where I will go through and run each of these. There might be Shinkansen and steam engine then, with the wagons and the Evangelion one, the two trams, and then we'll finish up with we'll do it in order like that. We'll finish up with the Omi line EMU and the single car semi-streamline one. The Komoa 40, wasn't it? Yeah, so you know, it's very much not sayonara at all to Japan. I still absolutely adore the country. The culture is just forward to me. I'm still watching anime. I'm still watching. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. We're just getting that bit more UK content because, as I say, I don't know how to say that the culture, the other aspects of Japan have overtaken the railways for me. That happened last year. The railways are just the bit I can interact with most easily and actually do something really tangible. I can get the models and everything. Doesn't mean I'm just getting these to the safe bit, by the way. I do appreciate every single one of them. And I look forward to taking Tsunomichi to Norwich. The 11th of April it'll be, if you're in the Norwich area in the UK. There's a one-day show on in Norwich. You know, I will be there with Tsunomichi. Come and see. Come and say hello. You know, it'll be great to talk Japanese train or any other type of train with you. I'll just say hello and, you know, that's it, whatever. But, you know, I'm looking forward to doing that. You know, when people have talked to me about Japan or Japanese trains, I've gone into full wax lyrical mode about how wonderful they are and how wonderful my models of them are. You know, I can't believe they're so good for the price and all the rest of it. You know, so it's all there. Say nothing has changed. It's a bit of a surprise to me as well. I will admit it's a bit of a surprise to me as well, because I'm very much an all or nothing person, which is what's making my decisions with UK trains so awkward. Like I say, I have decided. I'm just keeping it to myself. There are no clues at all in this video. And just for sake of balance there, I realise I'm wearing a Mallard top. There's a Great Western engine. Right. In fact, if I really want to be awkward about it, there's 3. So, you know, yeah, there are no clues in the video. So I'm pretty sure I've made the decision. And I want to try and make it on my own and off camera if I can, because I don't want to, I was really cross myself that I thought I'd got a decision, uploaded that video the other night, and it was like, oh yeah, and then what, mid next day taking it down again. It's just like, no, this isn't how we do it. This isn't how we do it. Yeah, you know, it's very much a thing that will be revealed before the end of the weekend. I'll say that much, because also I'm going to Ali Pali this weekend. But yeah, please don't worry about my Japanese stuff. And you know, this may be my only layout. It runs everything I want it to, so why would I build another one? Because it would be nice to have a cityscape one, maybe something a bit more built up, urban, rather than the countryside one I've gone for this time. But there's no rush, because I can run everything I want on here. And actually, if anything, the Japanese principle has actually really helped. Well, I must say principle, as in the principle I have with the Japanese railways, where when I grew up, I did not do diesels and electrics. I steam. Oh, look what's happened. We were just talking about that. We were just saying about that. And how that's worked beautifully, and I've really grown to love it. So how can that same sort of principle work for the UK? Well, that's where I came up with this idea of, I know I want direction because it's something closer to home, it's something closer to my heart railway wise. I think that's fair to say. And I just want direction on what buildings I'm going to put in, what, you know, infrastructure do I need to put in, where's my base collection. I know I need those things, but the Japanese principle is not seen after the prison. So say the Omi line, we'll pick that one because it's the one most recently mentioned, the Omi line. Okay, I've got that unit there, I'm only going to get trains that run on that line, and that's it. That would be the same as me saying, right, I'm going to do I'll pick one of the American railroads. Actually North American continent. I'm going to do Canadian National Railroad, and that's it. Nothing else. I'm just going to do the CN. That's not how my Japanese ones worked. I've gone, you know, in the example given, I'd have gone to Canadian Pacific. I might have had some UP as well. It's not meant to be that prison, and that's the thing, is I can have all CN infrastructure. I can have a base fleet of CN locos, because they're the ones I've decided, yep, that's what I want, that's what most of, or to begin with, yeah, most of. Excuse me. If CP was to take over in future, I'd actually go, do you know what, I really like that livery, but as I've got more of these ones, I'm digging these more, let it take over. Even maybe, is that a time for a new layout, or time to just replace the buildings? Who knows? But that's the principle I'm going to be applying to the UK stuff. So yeah, you know, the Japanese railways, if I was taking my usual stance on, no, that's it, no more, then I wouldn't be able to apply those principles, because I'd be shunning the whole thing. Because that's my all or nothing thing, that I know I do. And I'm actually not upset about doing it, because now I know I do it, so I can look at it. So yeah, you know, the only thing I was cross about the other day when I put that, well, the main thing I was cross, put that video, sorry, I had a long day at work today, is obviously I'd got a nighttime running session on the layout whilst I rabbled in the background, and I didn't have any royalty-free music on my phone to put over the top so I could re-upload it as a running session. So I'll just have to record a new one. We'd have the sound of the trains. But yes. So yeah, not lost any love for anything. Just a little bit disappointed in Hobby Search now. I was a lot more disappointed beforehand. A little bit disappointed now, but I've got my account there still. I can still use it to order. I've got everything wish listed that I want. I've got calendar notifications to remind me in the week leading up to when they're meant to come out, and or where possible, and the month at least, just so I can keep tab. Excuse me. And if something comes out that I really want still, then I'll take my chances and get it when it comes out. Just so I have that more control over it. And they're going to come by DHL because this parcel was in Coventry, which is the closest city to me. It was in Coventry. It's about 10-15 minutes drive for 2 weeks. Yesterday, it was 2 weeks since that got to Coventry, because of the Hobby Search did, where they put it all into one parcel. Obviously, it went over the import rate. There was a fee to pay. The card arrived yesterday, 2 weeks from when they got it into Coventry. I rang Monday and said, "There's £200 worth of my stuff out there. What can we do? What can we do to speed this up? Because this is it. I've been waiting for nearly 2 weeks now." I like to think I've shown patience. No, not ringing until now, sort of thing. Anyway, do you know what? The lady on the other end, and I wasn't aggressive to her. Oh yeah, I was I'm starting to get a bit nervous now because it's a lot of money there. Sat there. Oh no, it's fine. It's up to a few people, and and she took me through and gave me the code I needed to put in to or the amount I needed to put in to pay the fee, and she pushed it all through to say it's all been paid, and so then the card arrived the day after. But it's arrived here, because obviously if I hadn't done that, this potentially wouldn't have got here till Friday at the best. So DHL, they charge more for the postage, but if it's going to, customer stuff can be done while it's in Hong Kong. Because that's the route they take. They go, I fly to Hong Kong and everything. And it's just like, yeah. But do you know what? Some time away from it, the odd thing here and there, not so bad. But some time away from the big heavy amount of pre-orders I've had of recent, not a bad thing. I've got some very exciting ones coming from out of Sheffield, because yes, even though I haven't fully decided on things, I've been pre-ordering, because there are certain items I've got to have that. Some wagons that are beautiful, a lot of Rapido stuff, but some beautiful wagons, some beautiful locomotives. Yeah, and from Bachmann as well. I mean, I think one of the ones coming is the 9J, or J11 as you could call it, under the LNER, the 060 tender engine. A nice loco, and I'm looking forward to getting a Great Central liveried loco for the first time ever. It's going to be really good. But yeah, anyway, I've whittled on now for 24 minutes almost. So hopefully you enjoyed that look. As I say, we'll do a running session. There'll be a future video. Can't promise when. And I shall say, always remember to have fun, which also, of course, plays into this all. Has anyone else seen the Kato hat train at Cheltenham the lady was wearing? It's a Kato 800 class on there. I have it on very good authority. In fact, you probably couldn't ask for better authority for that to come from. That's a Kato model. And yeah, take care, stay safe and be well. And arigato gozaimashita. Sayonara. Take care all. I was about to try and click the mouse then, stupid boy.